Zhenya's kitchen. So when all the gifts are open, how's mine? Really like my new apron, thank you husband. When all the gifts are open and the family is just hungry, what do? You have to make breakfast. So today we're going to make the most delicious breakfast that's filled with protein, and we're going to use Russian cottage cheese. You can use American, just gonna put a little bit more flour for the consistency. Let's start the mixing. So the very first ingredient that we already blocked in here was 1 egg and broke a little, but that's okay. So here I have, it's called premium white cheese. This is Russian cottage cheese. It's very firm. Sometimes you can buy it by weight. This is actually 1.75 pounds. It's really very firm. It's really, and it's plain. It has like basically no salt, no sugar to it. So we're just gonna dump it out. If it dumps out, there it goes. It's just come right out. Very nice. Now we're gonna put a pinch of salt, just a little bit. And we like them sweet. So if you use measuring spoons, about 2.5 spoons of tablespoons of cottage cheese. I'm sorry, of sugar. So this is it. We're gonna put all of these ingredients in, and now we're going to use a fork and we're gonna mush it together till it's the same consistency. If you feel like the cottage cheese, the Russian cottage cheese, or any kind of European cottage cheese you're using is too dry, you can always add another egg if you have to. Another thing, if you're using American cottage cheese and it's really wet, you're gonna end up to put some flour in it to get it to the thicker consistency. But I would try like half a cup and it probably will do it. So I'm gonna continue mushing it up and I'll come back to you when it's nice and gooey. So we mixed up all the cottage cheese, the egg, and the sugar. I added another pinch of sugar just in case. What I think sugar does, it lets cottage cheese give out a little bit juice. That way it gets a little bit more moist. So this is the consistency we went for. And here we have some flour. Our pan is at medium heat. We're putting some olive oil here. You can use butter. It probably will taste amazing. I grew up eating it cooked on butter, but no more butter. Thank you. So here I have some flour. I'm just gonna put a little bit here. Altogether we're gonna use probably about half a cup. That's what I would shoot for. But now we're gonna take a little dollop of cottage cheese and just form it into a patty. This is what I like about this Russian cottage cheese. It does not need flour for this great consistency, and it does not need, so what I'm gonna do now is just dust it in flour just a little bit, but it doesn't need flour to be put inside, so I can just handle it easily. Let's see, is this hot? Yes, it's hot. And we're just gonna put them in a pan. We're gonna fry them on each side for about a minute and a half till they get golden brown. This is very easy. When you think about it, it's packed with protein. You don't have a lot of sugar. It's great, great food. And you can make them as small and as big as you want. I grew up eating them pretty big and plump. When I started making them when I was a little girl, I made them little. And sometimes now I go both ways. So we're gonna continue frying them. I'll come back to you in a minute and a half when we're gonna flip them. The first 2 patties are totally ready to be flipped. So we're gonna be very careful. You can't have them too crowded because see, you can leave the other ones. There we are. I'm gonna continue cooking. I'm gonna come back to you with the most delicious taste test with all this all over my plate. So we fried all of our cottage cheese patties, and now it's time for taste test. Look at the beautiful mountain of deliciousness. And you can serve them with anything, sour cream and sugar, or out of sour cream, preserves, fresh fruit, vegetables, eggs, meat, anything you like. This is very versatile and it's extremely delicious. You can always put more sugar in them to make them more desserty. There it goes. So delicious. I have a little bit of sweetness, not super sweet. That's how I like them. They're really nice and moist inside. You don't taste the egg, it's what binding them together. It's really, really yummy. This is really easy snack on the go. You can eat them hot or cold. You can eat them anywhere. I'm Zhenya, this is Zhenya's Kitchen, and this is my take on cottage cheese patties.